for my team. Yeah. Rumble the stadium. Mama, we own this. Going for the win. Yeah. We came to win this game. Head up to the sky. Came to win this game. Lift your spirit high.
Yo. Tu sais pourquoi on peut pas mentir?
Non.
On peut même pas mentir que genre non, ça c'est épisode we live parce que au début de l'épisode là, tu vois ici sur cette page, ça donne l'heure. Non attends, ici, ça donne l'heure. 14h44 au Portugal.
D'heure, hein.
Pas de mentir. Ah là là.
C'est inadmissible.
Vraiment. So as you're watching it, it means that we are in holiday. So this is Club Shada special holiday. And of course, when I'm on holiday and I need to pre-record an episode, who do I call? À la rescousse.
The cobaye.
The cobaye. So yeah. So this episode is gonna be airing in 1 week. So Wednesday the 17th, I guess. Or the 18th. I don't even know. Let me look at the calendar. Yeah. It's gonna air on the 17th, and I will be in Algarve chilling with my family. So I was like, listen, I don't want to do no live while I'm on holiday. I want to just enjoy. And yeah. So as we're going to be watching this, where are you going to be? Are you going to be in Canada? Are you going to be touring somewhere?
No, Canada got cancelled. So I'm going to be home. I got actually friends from London over at the house. So
they're going to stay? Okay.
Yeah, they're staying until the 19th, and then I'm pretty much free until until when Doris comes through as well. She's gonna come visit. She wants.
Oh yeah. When is she
coming? Coming to hang out with us. She said the 28th, right? So.
The 28th.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So what have you planned for your? Listen, I forgot. Listen, wait a minute. I forgot to say something. This show is brought to you by Shada, where gods of good fortune. Thanks to all the new subscribers. We're in Lisbon. It's 2 p.m. 46. It's probably midnight where you're watching this. I might air that episode earlier since it's pre-recorded. Thanks to the stream royalty, Siren Desil with $27 as we speak. Maybe it went up since then because I still have an episode tonight that I'm doing live. Plus one Sunday night. I'm not sure I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'm gonna do a
tonight, as in tonight, Sunday the 10th of Wednesday the 10th of August. You mean?
Exactly. So I'm gonna be live tonight. So as we have recorded, so last week and Sunday, since I'm taking the train Monday morning at 8 a.m. So I might record one episode, but probably earlier. So that by midnight 30, I don't sleep at these times anyway, but at least I'm done. I want to have I don't want to go. Listen, traveling with your family is a stress, especially where my family is mostly women. So I'm going to have.
Oh my God, this is so discriminatory. What are you saying? This is so toxic. Very much. I'm sorry, this is toxic masculinity.
I didn't start talking, but yeah. It's mostly women.
Well,
so I'm gonna
seeing you makes me very, very uncomfortable.
Shut the fuck up. So I'm gonna have my wife, her sister, my daughter, my brother-in-law's daughter, and then there's gonna be Nina's boy. So he's a He's a baby. Boyfriend probably, plus Yvan. But I think we might go in 2 trains. I think some of them are going at 10 a.m. But still, listen, it's gonna be me, my son, my wife, and my daughter. So I mean, my son as well. Look, he can forget himself in the shower. So, and my.
Thankfully, there's no affiliation going on as well. So y'all guys are good. Everybody's gonna be, chilling, relaxing.
We're in business class, so we're good. But the thing is, but the thing is, from so this is what happened to us. We were going to Congo 2 or 3 years ago, and we were going, me, wife, daughter, and we had all the suitcase packed because we had to go to Istanbul, and then from Istanbul we go to Congo. And listen, of course, she had 2 huge suitcases for her and my daughter, and me, I had my suitcase. Now, we left all the suitcase open on the floor in front of the door, so that all we had to do was to put the last thing in there and close them. Listen, when you think you have your suitcase ready at 99%, then you realize that it's only ready at 89%. And then you have to do this, that, and this, and then, what about the park for the kid? We have to take the park. And look, we lost our plane. And from there, I said, listen, when we travel as a family, I want every suitcase closed and in front of the door, ready. And I don't want no last minute, I forgot this. Listen, you write your list of everything you need to take, and you do this before you go to sleep. You take your shower before you go to sleep, all that things, so that when it's the morning.
Yeah, but I don't think that's clean either. Because you can go to sleep. Obviously, you should take a shower before you go to sleep, but then you should take it when you wake up, so you can be fresh.
But it's a different shower. You can take a quick shower in the morning. You see what I mean? Now you can take a shower when you can take another one when you.
I don't understand quick shower. I understand the shower.
Listen,
this is some white people shit, man. I'm not discriminating stuff here, but I'm just saying, yo, bro.
Listen, you take your long shower or your bath and everything.
No.
You do all that.
Bath is not clean. For example, people who take bath and clean the shower, that shit is not clean at all, man. I'm sorry, because you are literally bathing yourself in your own dirt with your own whatever, and then
listen.
Come out of it like, babe, I'm fresh, huh? Nah, bro.
No, I get it. You take your shower, your long shower, whatever you want to take, before sleeping, and when you wake up, you take a quick shower, and we're leaving. 7:50. I want everybody inside of the Uber. The train station is 5 minutes away. I don't want to arrive there stressed. I want to arrive there and chill. So we'll see if we can make it, because I know my people, they love to invent stuff.
It's regimented, but we'll see. So the most important thing to do is controlling the younger ones, and already threatening them that if they're not on time, nobody's making that train. So then when they know that, okay, shit, I need to get my shit together. So this morning, my brother and this morning, so we're talking about last week, right? So
yeah, last week,
Wednesday the 10th, my brother and my niece flew back to Belgium.
Yeah.
Those guys decided to do their back
in the morning,
last night and this morning. And I just looked at the time. I said,
why?
So your flight is at noon. It's 8 a.m. You need to be, because I've heard there's some upcoming strikes in Lisbon airport.
Oh my God.
You gotta be careful. And you might want to be at the airport around 10 a.m. the latest. So technically this gives you less than 2 hours. No, don't worry, I'm ready. I'm like, bro, I'm calling my niece. I say, hey, are you ready? I just woke up. Did you take a shower? No. I said, okay. Well, you took a shower last night, so I guess it's cool, whatever. But I don't think it is, but so is their own. you know, I said,
You
okay,
have-
are you ready? Huh? I said, are you ready? Yes, I am. Oh, no, not yet. Oh, no, yes, I am. Okay. Then my brother's the one that, and then I see him packing, and I'm like, oh, I understand. He just dumped the shit in the bag. Done. But it packs also super light. So I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
alright, cool. But I was very, very stressed out. And then the worst, I don't live I live 30 minutes away from the airport. So where I live, you gotta input
Yeah, you have-
properly the address. Some Uber
Oh,
drivers, even though it's geolocalized, you can still see on the map you haven't reached my home yet.
Yeah,
Then they
yeah,
come
yeah.
and tell you, I arrived. No, dude, look at your freaking Uber app. You've not arrived.
Yeah.
So we waited another 20 minutes for the driver to arrive. So they arrive at 10:15. Their flight is at noon.
But it was still okay. But it was.
But imagine now that there is, they had checked in the day before. Great. Problem
Okay.
is, imagine if the airport there's a strike, or they start deciding, the ANA people start, saying they're going to operate at a very minimum service type situation. Man.
It's a French airport.
So all that to say, yeah, traveling with family, man.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
a
why
stress.
I always
Listen,
tell people, pack 2 days before. For example, even me, because at a certain
2
point,
days.
yeah, because sometimes when I'm traveling, especially when you travel a lot, you need to have clothes always ready. You need to have So I travel with a backpack. This is what I travel with. This is what I travel with. That's
Okay.
the backpack I use. And everything is there. Shoes, toiletry bags, everything
Wait.
toiletry is
You travel with this and the
That's it.
suitcase or just this?
No, just this.
Okay.
I have everything you need in this bag.
Wow.
Everything. I have packing cubes. I have my toiletry. I have my laptop. I have everything. My DJ. I have everything I need.
Wow.
And that's it. That's how I travel. Super light.
Okay.
I've really developed a system where it's very easy. And when my mother passed away, that's all I had was me. I only had this bag,
I remember.
and I was dressed with the same clothes. But it goes to show that if you organize well your packing, you can be good for a good time.
The big problem with what you're saying is that all this works when it's just you. Soon as it's
Yes, but
you and the rest,
But
because
if you
look,
don't implement a structure, like for
Yeah,
example,
the thing
kids,
is the-
right? The younger kids or the teenagers, the teenagers are the most complicated. Kids is easy because you have to pack the bag for them. But
And they
teenagers,
follow you.
Oh, man.
but the thing, the problem is that you are definitely more organized than me and more psychotic on those things like cleanness and organization than I am. I'm still very organized, and I'm also psychotic about
You're
things
more
being
psycho-
organized.
We
things-
have different things.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
different
right?
stuff. It
But now,
complements
if-
it, yes.
But if the other members of your families are not like this, and when you start stressing about, hey, this, they get slower because they're freezing.
Yeah.
Now it pisses you off even more. But the more you raise your voice, the more your wife, for example, is like, don't stress me. But just stop saying this, do something. No, you. Oh my God. So you have to find the right balance where you tell people 3 days in advance, listen, you guys are gonna stress me because when I travel with everybody, I start stressing by the morning. Not because of me, because if it's me, listen, I know how to handle myself. I know that if I can miss a train, take another one. Like, I'm alone. It's different. When we are, and listen, I missed planes in my life 3 times. In thousands of travels, 3 times, and it was because of strikes and just I was stuck in traffic for 4 hours, which was But if other than that, when I'm alone, usually it's all good. And I missed the plane once with the family, but most of the time it just becomes stressful because when they say we ready, they're actually not ready. When they tell you we're ready 2 hours before, my wife is a pro at this. When you go to the restaurant with her, like, so we went yesterday, we went to, no, 2 days ago, it was Monday? Yeah, Monday we went to celebrate our 3-year anniversary of wedding. And the reservation was at 8:30. And it was clear, and it's, it's Yakuza Olivier, it's some high level restaurant. And it said in the reservation, after 15 minutes, we're done with your reservation. It's just gone. So just be there on time. At 6 p.m. we're all ready, supposedly. And at 8:25 we were leaving the zone. And I'm like, what happened? What happened exactly? And she was like, I don't know what happened. I was like, oh, look, we were ready. I said, no. Whenever you say you're ready, I see you in your joggers on the sofa, and I was like, why can't you dress half an hour before? Why can't you be dressed half an hour before? And I'm ready. I just have to put my dress. I did my makeup. I did this. I did that. I'm ready. Then she's gonna put her dress, and then she's gonna be like, oh, I don't like this dress. And then it begins. And then the daughter is like, oh, I don't want to wear those shoes, and and then they start arguing between them. And I'm like, yeah, get married. So all this to say that, yeah, I had to call them, and good thing it was a Monday. If this was a Saturday, the reservation was lost. I called them at 8:35 to tell them I'll be there in around 15 minutes. I'm on my way. I'm there. There's a little bit of traffic here, but I'm already at Libertad. So
you also been messing up, because you should have told the people that you were coming late.
No, that's what I was doing. I called them.
But you called them at 8 instead of calling them at 6:15.
No, I called them because I have between 8:30 and 8:45 because they canceled the reservation. So you can call them at 8:40, telling them I have 10 minutes. You see what I mean?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
To say I'll be there at 10:50. So I told the woman.
Okay, now I'm getting your schedule.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And she was like, nah, no problem. Don't worry. It's all good. And then it was all good. I could see on the ways that we were arriving at 48 or something like that. We arrived at the restaurant. It was all good. We had a great dinner, etc. But it's just to say that whenever you are in control, everything goes accordingly to you. Whenever it's you and other people, you have to deal with everybody. You have to deal with a tantrum from the kid. Could arrive anytime. Wife could just decide that she doesn't know what to dress out of nowhere when she's been telling you she's ready, all that stuff. And like when you start being stressed, she looks at you like, you've been with me for almost 9 years. You should know how I am. And I'm like, no, I want you to change.
Exactly, because everything is cool, but this gotta change. And it's very funny because I had a conversation today with a very old friend of mine, and she was like, we've known each other for almost the amount of time that I've been living in Europe.
Wow.
I met her. I've known her probably 18 years. And, so back in the years I was in love with her. I had a thing for her. And then,
as always,
she continued messing around with her ex.
Are you?
And then I found out she was full
Are you in love with? Were you in love with all your friends? Because every time you introduce me a girl, you're like, oh, I used to love her.
Well, I think fundamentally, to a certain extent, there's got to be some. There's got to be some kind of attraction that led me to understand that, well, it wasn't necessarily mutual, and then, it's okay. You still can build a friendship, formulate something that still works for both. Because just because you guys don't end up being together doesn't mean you can't be friends. And I don't think in that sense, because the elephant in the room has been addressed. So it's like, we all know that, you like me, it's not necessarily mutual, or, I don't see you like that. It's okay, whatever.
All
cool.
right.
And we crack jokes about it, so it's cool. And eventually we end up banging if the opportunity happens,
Oh my God.
along the way. No, it's not necessarily. It's not necessarily always true. It has happened eventually, but it's not always true.
Oh my God, this guy.
But with this particular friend, it's actually not true. So basically, we've actually maintained a very healthy friendship, relationship, and friendship built based off of a frustration in the first place, where I was having some sort of attraction.
Damn.
But
I don't have these problems with my friends.
But we were talking about the fact that she was saying how complicated it is for her to just she acknowledges the character being a little bit difficult.
Okay.
Actually, to say the least, very very difficult. Because she's one of those antisocial that just can't help but just drop. Say she has no filter. She'll just say whatever the hell crosses her mind, and I think that's
okay.
It's okay
Kanye
to a
West
certain
guy.
extent, but you just gotta know, like you gotta filter yourself, man.
Yeah.
And so she'll just say stuff, or even to you, like she'll be like, yeah, but I'm supporting you. No, you're not. You're saying things that are very hurtful. Oh, whatever. But when it's her. Oh, you gotta.
You have
understand.
to. You have to be. You have to be careful.
Be all sweet and all very nice, and otherwise you're hurt. I'm like, this is, and for the first time, and I've known her for 18 plus years. Man,
Is that the one I know?
It's the one and man, I was like, and she acknowledged this. She's like, I did a bit of a soul searching, and I really am indeed acknowledging here and now that. Yes, I am not easy, and I'm doing the work. I'm 42,
Okay.
and I know I'm not the best, but I can try. And I was like, look, because she's 42, she's got a kid, she's single, and she's like, all my friends have kids, and they all look at me like I'm some kind of like pest, and I'm like, this is very silly. But at the same time, you also like no man that approaches you. And she was like, yeah, but all these motherfuckers are married. I was like, wow. She's like, yo, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, well.
It's very interesting. Some people are exposed to very deep crisis when it comes to their, interaction with the other sex or same sex or whatever it is that they're into. But it's very interesting that, she was telling, she's like, yo, all the men that come to me are all like, they just want a mistress, and some of them gives them a good time. And I was like, yes. But
I think that's also a generational problem, meaning that when you are, let's say you are 20 years old, right? Mm-hmm. And the guys you will meet are going to be between 18 and 25, 30. The guys you will meet in the club or you will meet in different places and can go up, but they're around a certain age where everybody's single, right? Mm-hmm. Once you are 42, if you don't want to date younger guys, you're going to meet a lot of guys that are married. Because at 40, most of the guys are, it's the point where most of them are married, and the ones that are married are either problematic or are just unlucky like you. But most of normal people who are not in our industry, but we also in industries where it's complicated because we travel all the time. Not everybody is ready to be with somebody who's always away. Like we've all suffered from the same. It's a sacrifice, and but when you are in your 40s, in the places where you go, the guys you're gonna meet most of the time, if they're not divorced, they're married, or they married and are not happy, or they're separated in the same house. All lots of crazy situation of people who are still there for the kids or whatever, and they want to bang you, but they don't want to change their situation, and they definitely don't want to get married again.
Yeah, I know that is understandable. But But in her case, I was like, I really strongly think that she was like, I've been single too long for me to to even think about, eventually even getting back with somebody because I like being by myself, and I said I can dig it. I can dig it. I think I think it's okay. I think that you can still be entertaining some sort of relationship with somebody, and y'all, being in your own specific areas, and seeing each other whenever you feel like you want to see each other. And why not? You already have the kid. You don't need, you don't want to have another one.
I think it really depends from a relationship to another one. Some people have a hard time with the idea that they are boyfriend girlfriends. Some men don't have problem with that. You live in your place, I live in mine. What happens in your place, I don't care, or I care. It depends. But women, unless you find some of them that are a little more masculine in their head, without trying to, because now when you talk about genders, you cannot say everything has to be equal, even if it's not. A lot of women, after a certain point, they feel like, hey, they start asking questions. Okay, so what are we? What is happening here? Like, are we just gonna bang to oblivion without no future? They start asking questions, even if in the beginning they had no question. They're gonna be like, yeah, listen, what's going on? Like, am I only seeing you? Like, because me, I've been only seeing you. Are you seeing other people? And you're like, wait a minute, why are you asking questions? And then you end up, having the questions like, what are we? What am I to you, Geraldine?
But I think it's a legitimate question.
Yeah, it is.
Essentially, women don't just sleep. I mean, according to the knowledge that has been shared to me by women.
Americans don't anymore. They want to tell you that, body count, we don't care. Everybody can do what they want. This is the thing now. Like, everybody has to live.
Okay. Body count is heavy. We got some conversations to have, dude. Like, sorry, but at the same time, I used to be like that. But then I'm like, I think, honestly, body count though, if it was, I don't know, man. It's complicated. I've had the experience, and I used to hold it against, but then I looked at myself, I was like, it's such a double standard because my body count is serious as well. So like, but it's different because you're a man. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but it's like, is it?
I think it all comes to your own security. If you feel secure in you and the person you should not care that much.
Nah, man.
And then it depends what they tell you.
Imagine you're single and you bang this one chick, and then I come and I try to date that chick. Like, makes no goddamn sense. Well, first of all, because
that's not.
Come on, we.
No, that's different. Like, no, that's different. I'm just talking about body count.
Like, imagine I know you, we like not close, but I know you and you're banging a girl that I'm trying. Oh, you banged a girl that I try.
No, that's different.
I'm sorry, man. We good, but like, yo.
No, when I say body count,
see you, I'm gonna feel some kind of way.
But when I talk about body count, I'm not talking about people that I'm just talking how many.
Oh yeah. But
so some people.
How many is a concerning point, or is it a concerning point at all?
I mean, once I got with somebody that had many, and we stayed together for years, and we lived together, and when we lived together, she was just, she had a lot of experience before meeting me. She had this, that. She tried everything, men, women, whatever, threesomes, this, that. And the first 1-2 months, I remember telling Marcy in New York, I was like, it's hard to swallow. And then by the time passed, it was not a problem anymore because it didn't change anything in reality. And she was still super jealous. She was still obsessed by me, whatever. And she was. So, and when it was over, she went back to continuing whatever. So, and I think once you go through something once, it's not a shock anymore. That's what I mean.
Oh,
it's like what if you've never been with somebody who have a high body count, for you imagining, oh my God, da 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 da. But once you've been with somebody and you've been with that person, you stay long with that person, and then it's over.
It's like being with a chick that farts or that takes a shit. And if you've never seen that or never been exposed to that, it can be very shocking. It's like, a woman that takes a
Like I remember I was with one of the most beautiful girl I've ever been with, and she was taking a poop at 8 a.m. every day. That was her. And yeah, she would just wake up 8, go do her thing, take a shower, then go to the gym, and I don't know when we had the conversation, and I told her, hey, I don't need to know those things, like, and she was like, those are natural things. If you don't do them, you die. And in a way, you kind of unlock something, because every human does it. So why would it be a problem? You see what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I understand that every human does it. I just don't need to be exposed to it. Like, just, I mean, to the point,
you're not
I'm taking the shit, come to the toilet, like, nah.
I know. Okay, no. That's the level. That's the levels that I'm not comfortable.
No,
but
if gonna fart together and laugh.
Nah.
It can happen. Of course, it's gas. It happens. You laugh it off. It's so good. What a big deal. But have some fucking etiquette, man.
Yeah.
But I know some couples, they don't give a shit.
Some people, they don't care.
They'll fart in the shit, like, ha. And it's like,
yeah. No, I like, for example, I know some people, like, or girls, they love to all go together in the bathroom and just talk, laugh, smoke their cigarette. One is taking a shit, one is taking a shower, the other one is sitting talking, and they don't care. Like me, some couples, they don't care. Like, they're there. Like, yeah. Yeah, it's something that I'm not.
You cancel them. They're criticizing.
No, listen. My wife, her sister, my daughter. Yeah, when they go all together in the bathroom. They go all together. They're there.
That's sometimes I'm like, thing, I guess.
Who knows? Like, yeah, it depends. Some couples don't care. Some couples, they just, for them, it's nature. It's part of the body. So I mean, you don't need to pretend it doesn't happen. Some others have some strange blocks. Like, yeah,
but for me, like, no, it's a psychological thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true. Like, I would not lie. Like, and it's because it's normal. Well, it might be normal for you and whoever you've been dating, and if that's okay for you, it's not for me. So, like, either we're just gonna have to understand that we're probably not meant to be together. And I'm not saying that you can't poop. I don't mind. Like, so people say, no, I don't have.
Just close the door.
Just close the door. Handle your business. Spray whatever you need to spray. That's it. I don't need to smell your inside. Just like you don't need to smell mine, because this rule applies to me first and foremost. I will not take a poop like that easily around.
A giant body poop.
One of those, like, serious doodles.
But I gotta say that, when I got traumatized when I was a kid, because
we're talking about poop, man. The clubshada.
The clubshada. Somebody's gonna, I love clubshada. They talk about so many interesting subjects. I learned so much in music, and then people are talking about pooping. Listen, when I was a kid, I think I don't even know if it was in Paris or in Congo, but I think it was in Congo. And I was probably 9 or 11 or one of those memories that you remember forever. And I arrived in my parents' bedroom, and I think I went to the bathroom to pee or something, and I was smelling that somebody
just to go serious poop.
Yeah, so just like, and to me, only men poops at that moment.
I'm the same. I was the same. I was
So
thinking exactly the same.
yeah, so yeah, I'm uh I'm peeing quick and trying to not breathe nothing, and then I go out the bathroom, and I just stay with my parents, and my dad is like, "Woo, your mother destroyed." Somebody kill me.
Rewind, let us start record.
I don't know. And my dad was laughing and run away from the room. And then I start looking at my sisters funny. I was like, they're pooping too?
You know, I had the same thing with my mom. So my mom was. I mean, I don't recall, but at a certain point it became a thing where she would poop, and yeah, she was definitely not purely control when it comes to pooping with her daughter and whoever friends were. They would like poop. My mother was like, she would definitely poop with the door open. I'm like, I would just get mad at this shit. She's like, yeah, but it's natural with my friend. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to.
I don't need to pass by and
She's
see
like,
that.
but mine don't smell. Which honestly, it didn't smell all the time, obviously. But I ain't gonna lie. I was like, how does she do that? You know, I was wondering, how she, huh?
Yeah, it just depends from one person to another.
From one person to another. But point being that yes. So and I think that it's just like, for example, having a clean house, right? Some people just don't see the importance of having a clean property.
Yeah.
Of having a space that is like, just. I'm not saying it's gotta be pristine, but it's gotta be on point. You gotta make sure that you remove dust. You gotta make sure you wash the floor. You broom the floor. You know what I mean? Like some people just, God, man.
Some people never change their sheets.
Yo.
And you just lay on their sheet for 1 second because you're talking to somebody, and then you have like allergies. Like you have like real attack on your skin.
I had a fucking guest in my house.
Oh my god!
Fucking did that shit, bro. Like, I'm like, dude, are you fucking serious? The level of this, and doesn't. I mean, it never coming back to the crib anyways. It does. He knows already. But I was just like, how can you just be so disrespectful of somebody's house? I mean, I would never, even at my own sister's place, I don't even do it. Like, I would just never, for that guy, it was learning from my brother, nobody. Friend, just a friend of the family. Just like, and for him, and the guy's not necessarily dirty on himself, but where he lives doesn't have to be clean. The concept of, and for him, cleaning was, just like,
Yeah.
Moving a little bit of shit and just like, laying shit.
Yeah, like, me, I don't get it. Like, have you ever known a hoarder?
Oh God.
Have you ever known one? Like somebody, you go to their house and you like, what the hell? Like, throw stuff away, and it's just like there's stuff everywhere.
Yeah, I was
not like the house is too small and there's no more space. Really, like there's stuff everywhere.
I've been to some places of when I was younger, like friends who were their own apartments. Guy who didn't know how to cook you would see like pizza boxes, like in the movies, man. Pizza boxes with dried pizza under pants. I mean, the boxes was like, the little trace of poop as well. All that shit. Guy would have no hygiene whatsoever. Be like, and you would arrive and you would just be like, I don't know if I want to sit anywhere in this house. It doesn't look safe.
One day, I went to this girl's house. It was a girl that I knew from Club Mondial, and I was like, all right, listen, hey, I'm in Brussels, whatever. And I don't know, we went to have a drink. No, we went to have a dinner. we there chilling, talking, da, 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 and I'm about to go back to my hotel, and she's like, don't you want to grab a cup of tea in my house, watch a movie? I was like, hey, wait.
Bonjour.
Hello. And listen, that girl was beautiful.
But is it always meaning sex when she invites you at the house, by the way?
Listen, not always. Yeah. But
not always.
when you know, you know. Like, it was like,
at that point, the signal
and then she's like, oh, you're not gonna sleep in that hotel room when you can sleep with me, whatever. I was like, let's go. Listen, I go. So I go to her first. I go to a night shop quick, and then we go to her house, and so I arrive in her bedroom, and bro, she had a huge collection of dildos, like 20 of them, all there lined up. Plus 2 dogs, 4 cats, 3 rabbits.
Probably licking the
some like there was like, it was an animal farm in the bedroom, and they were all there. They were smelling animal. You had like the dogs, the thing, it was not dirty, but it was just a bunch of animals, plus the dildos. And then she was there on Nuisette, and I was like, I'm not fucking nobody here.
Oh my god.
Listen, I passed, and listen, that was one I was like, yo, this one I had on my list, but I passed because now.
Would you say that this is did you end up, doing it eventually again?
Sleeping in my hotel, that's what I did.
Huh?
No, I never had the occasion. That was my occasion. Sometimes you have that one shot and you don't take it because there's way too many beings around us. There was a whole farm, and I was like, nah, sorry.
It reminds me of a very X-rated story that I can't recount here, because it's just...
Oh my god. This show, listen, you and I, funny. We always have like subjects that we're gonna talk, and we always find a way. We always find a way to go where to just. I think. Listen, you know what? I think we could do a show live where we just sit down at the table on our chairs with the table, some water, and 2 mics and a public, and let's go. And I think we could do a 2-3 hour presentation where we talk about anything, and people would just laugh.
Absolutely.
And people will pay to see us.
Of course, I think
because stories we have, stories and opinions we have.
Yeah, but some of the stories I'm worried to tell them because they are so they're so sensitive, especially that one. It correlates to so many, and the chances for these people to see the show are very low, but also very high. So it's very extreme.
The thing is this. It's the thing, this is how I see saying stuff today on the internet. Personally, everything I say, I can back it up. Because in 10 years, in 3 years, in 5 years, you never know who's going to pick up your thing and just use it against you or try to use it against you. That's why personally, everything I say is my real opinion, and I don't have a problem with it, because it never comes from a place of hate. It's just oh no, l'internet du village. Oh, somebody called him probably. Yeah, listen. The problems also arrives when we are in when we are recording. Oh, he's back. Feels like he's back.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you just froze.
I just talked to you and things just like stop and then.
Who knows?
You know, this. Yeah, continue. So yeah, in 5 years time, because.
If anybody asks me about anything I said, I'm able to say, well, this is what I meant when I said that. That's it. Yeah, but the people can't listen. I'm not responsible for how people want to take anything that comes out of my mouth, especially if they are trying to take in a certain way for their own interest. So you guys want to be victims? Go ahead, continue pretending you are, and find ways to victimize yourself because it makes you money, or it makes people be interested in you, and that's the new narcissism. But if you are not able to ask me what I meant, and when I tell you what I meant, you're still not happy, I don't know what you want from me. So you know what? Fuck off. Now, if I tell you what I meant and you still don't want to take it like what I meant, well, and if I tell you that was a joke and you don't want me to joke, I'm going to be like, listen, that's what a joke is. It's a joke. I tell you, oh, it's whatever, it's a joke. You might say it's not a funny joke. It's okay. But don't come to me with all the rest. I'm sorry, but I mean, because what I'm going to send people to look at your whole Twitter feed, and we're going to find stuff as well. Because when we find thing on your feed, now you have excuses. Now you have, but it's out of context, whatever. Oh, okay. So you understand context when it's for you, but not for me. Fuck off. That's the way I see it. And this why, listen, I'm this whole generation of people who are always trying to find something to exist via other people. You see what I mean? Like, listen, if you don't like me, you don't like what I say, you don't like, just leave me alone. Why do you publicize anything that I say to turn it against? It's not to turn against me. It's just for your own existence, because you exist through outrage. And listen, this whole outrage generation is about to pass because people are just tired. People are tired. People want to start having.
Pass that fast, though? I don't think so. It looks like they're in for a little while, huh?
Yeah.
This is at very high levels. Like, it's very interesting. Like,
there's a lot of money.
And let's not get it twisted, because people will make it about like just left. I think on both sides.
Every side.
There are indeed exaggerations.
But the thing is this, my biggest problem is about anybody in any. I'm not talking about a specific group, but we are in a world where people see themselves as whoever they follow on Twitter and TikTok. And they believe that everybody has the same opinion, and anybody who doesn't have the same opinion is an enemy, because now you have enemy or ally. That's it. And in reality, the world is way more vast than the 10 million people who believe whatever they believe. There's another 7 billion people who agree, disagree, don't care. And there's more people who don't care, that you are trying to force to care, but they don't care. Some people don't care. It's like I was saying the same thing about, it's not just about genders and gender politics and identity politics and minorities and the different groups that are trying to force us into whatever fantasies they are into. But it's the same thing even for the different wars. I've been telling people, listen, why you want the whole world to care about Ukraine? We care because we're in Europe. To different levels. But if I lived in Kinshasa, or I live in Goma, or in Beni, we've been getting killed for 10 years and nobody cares. Why you want me to care about what happens in your side? And when you say this, these people don't understand, because in their head they believe that who they are is more important than who you are. That's it. They've been trained to, now we the good guys. But listen, people die every day in Palestine. People die every day in Israel. People die every day from wars in Yemen, wars that are financed by the American government, all these things, the French government. People are dying in a lot of places, and you guys don't care. You talk about it as if, and you show dead people in your media just as if, and then when something happened to you, it is a world problem. And why? Because you believe that you are the media, and because you created stuff like YouTube, but you still want it to be controlled by you. And you losing control makes you crazy. Like all these people, as they are losing control, they're getting crazy. They're seeing that, yeah, there's a lot of people who don't agree with whatever is their narrative. And those people, they want to prevent them from using YouTube, using the different platforms, because they believe the platforms have been made to tell their truth. Yeah. But no, the platforms are made for people to give opinions, and different opinions. Has nothing to do with like the black people's opinion or whatever black people care about, yeah, or this group or that group. It's opinions of everybody, and some opinions might be offensive, some opinions might be reprehensible by the law, and then the law will do their job. And some opinions is just people disagreeing with you. And if people disagree with you, or if people like Nicki Minaj or Beyonce and you don't like Beyonce, if you don't like the Beyonce latest album, you don't need to have 1 million people insulting you and telling you, we'll find your address and kill you. And you're like, what's wrong with all these people? It's just an opinion. You know, it's just an opinion.
I'm not feeling this. Yeah.
It's
like
the
society, man. It's
It's the narcissism.
Narcissistic, yeah.
And when you have everybody telling you, yeah, go ahead, tell your truth.
Speak your truth.
Your truth doesn't exist. What exists is your opinion.
How dare you?
Your opinion, what you feel, respect. But that's not the truth. You're not, because one day people will say, I feel like blue actually has always been orange. I don't want to call it blue anymore. I want to call it orange. And some people will say, speak your truth, girl.
Speak it.
Did you see the new acronym?
What is acronym?
The new acronym, MAP. Because they're a group now as well. And they're a group that want to be respected as well, and to be and so because they see that everybody has a group, you know, the LGBT, the trans community, the blacks, the Black Lives Matters, the Afrofeminism, etc. So they also did a new group called MAP, and they also want their right to be respected. And I was like, yo, this is MAP, men attracted to pre-adolescent or something, pedophiles.
No.
Yeah, they are a group now. Yeah. Yeah, look.
These motherfuckers.
And those people
like that needs to be it needs to be handled accordingly. You're gonna come next to my daughter or my son because you're attracted to
yeah. So
I will cut your dick off. Believe me, that's happening.
So you see, and this is the problem that people don't understand. The more you give,
they're opening a Pandora box.
Exactly. Once you open the Pandora box, everybody wants to be respected for whatever they feel, and they don't care about your opinions. But yeah. enjoy the world that you are creating.
Oh,
So I wanted to talk to you. I still have 20 minutes before I have to go visit a crib. I have to go visit some crazy mansion. I want to talk to you. It's a double subject because I've been having a few conversations, and it's something that I would not say is frustrating me, but I want to talk to you about the fact that whatever you have been, it feels like some people refuse to let go the things that you let go a long time ago. So let's say you're a DJ, you know, you have your DJ career, etc., etc. Another point, you say to yourself, "Yo, look, listen, I'm 40, I love DJing, etc., but the market doesn't work for me anymore, whatever, and I'm not making enough money from my production so that I don't need to DJ that much anymore, and whatever you do, let's say you do something else, you find another thing on the internet, maybe NFTs, whatever, and all of a sudden you make way more money than in the best moments of your DJing
career, yeah.
Imagine you make 5K a week from working from home, and now you can travel, you can do this, you can do that, and you're fine. You can pay like all your rent in 2 months, and then etc., etc. But you're still gonna have the people that used to work with you, because probably they're trying to make money off of you. They will continue religiously telling you, "Yeah, we have to do a tour again." And it feels like people don't want to let you become your next, the next phase of your life. And it's so interesting how, so I was having a conversation with Dumu on the phone, and his wife made him realize that my song "Something Going On" is viral on TikTok. So I tell him, yeah, there's 40,000 videos on TikTok. It's really a viral song, and it's just playing like crazy, and it's generating a lot of money, etc., etc. And of course, he was like, "Bro, we have to do a tour. Listen, people have to see. People, I'm tired of people saying that you fell off." I was like, it's like, bro, it's like, what you mean? Nah, listen, I know what your position, but we should go. And I was like, bro, if I calculate the money I make around 400 a day. There's no, like, unless you pay me 10K to go perform somewhere, it's not that I'm not interested. It's just, it's not worth it in my configuration today. I've been freeing my mind from some things like touring, so I can do something else. Not so I can just stay there at home. No, it's because I want to do new things. And after that, I had a conversation with the guys that I recorded an album, and it was already a nightmare back then, because you have the non-serious ones, the delusional ones, and all those people all around at 50 years old and tell me, yeah, we have to all do an album together. And I'm not against it, but I can see the configuration being exactly the same as 25 years ago, 27 years ago. And I feel like telling people, guys, like, it's not that I'm not interested in doing it. It's just that I don't need to be there in the conversations with you as you are figuring it out. Just tell me where I have to put my vocals and do whatever. Because my business is streamlined. I know how to do tracks I can talk to somebody at 5 p.m. Make him listen to a track at 5:30 and say, yo, let's do a track. And I can be recording at 8 p.m. and they are recording at 8 p.m. on their side, and I'm mixing at 9, and the song is ready to release in 2 weeks or in 1 week, depending on how long I need for it to arrive in the Spotify and the platforms. And Then you have people, you clearly see that they still are in the old business and they are trying to take you back. And I mean, it's kind of frustrating.
It is kind of. I think it's a lot frustrating, and it tells us how important it is to make space for our mental peace. Otherwise, I think this could be something that could damage you deeply as a person, because there's so much pressure that people try to inflict on you, impose on you at this point. And it's like, do this, or you're not hired this enough, or this, do that. This is not enough. This is not enough. It's never enough. You got all the prizes, you got all the awards, you got all this in college, you got everything. You're the number one. Yes, you've been the first. That not enough. Like, you this, you that, you do this, you do that. Not enough. And it's like, okay, so what is enough then? Because this is the thing that, and it's not a matter of being enough as in once I'm done doing that, I'm done. No, it's just that as we evolve, as we grow, it is okay for you to take the accolades, to take the, the rewards of someone's success or even your own. But then when things, as you just said, when things start slowing down, you gotta ask yourself real questions.
Yeah.
Is it still? Well, it can always come back, and it eventually will come back. It's mathematical. But for that time being,
what can you do? You know, something that I love about the way I built my career is that from the very, very, very beginning, I changed hats a lot. I've been publishing, I've been producing, I've been singing, I've been rapping, I've been executive producing from on my label, on other people's labels. I've been I had the YouTube channel. I had like a lot of different things that I was doing, and from a long time ago, I could realize, oh look, I'm making more money from copyright than I'm making money from publishing rights. Oh, look, it's been 2-3 years now. I'm making more money from publishing than copyright. Oh, interesting. I make more money from iTunes than sales. Oh, and now I make more money from streaming than iTunes, etc., etc. It's something that I've been living for so long that I'm used to just changing my whole business around and just accompanying the variations of the whole business, and sometimes being in front, because instead of saying to myself, hey, it's working, I have nothing to do, I was always, okay, this is working, what can I do as it's working, and what can I try? And so, for example, if I look at my music business, we'll see at the end of the year how much I made from the music and how much I made from NFTs. But I think this year I made probably the same amount of money from NFTs than from music. And I've been generating royalties from NFTs, not the same as music, but not the same as music, of course. But I've been generating on a daily from music around, I don't know, 300 euros daily. And if from NFTs in just 6 months, I'm already at 10, 15. I'm like, yo. So in my head, I'm going to be like, this is where I have to go. This is the direction that I want to go. Where a lot of people, they're still going to be like, oh, my fame.
I think it complements, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't be limited to do one thing. And it's not advised anyway, especially in today's world. Back then, maybe, but like nowadays, bro, if you're not multitasking, you don't have. Not by multitasking, I'm not saying getting all the way, above your capacities. But it's like really try to dive into different aspects of your skill sets and try to explore.
It's in that vein. It's interesting because, you of course you're familiar with the Breakfast Club. from a DJ Envy, Charlemagne the God, and Angela Yee. And Angela Yee just announced that she's leaving the Breakfast Club.
Oh, she is?
Yeah. And
It's funny because I've always felt like she was very salty with Charlemagne.
Since that incident. But I mean, she's. I think he did an interview with somebody that insulted her with a rapper, and who pretended that she was trying to be with him, and yeah, he pretended that, and yeah, she was pissed about it, and then he did an interview with a Gucci Man. He did an interview with the guy, and she was like, "Yo, you're not a team player or whatever," and she's been less and less in the show,
It's true.
And she just announced that she's having her own show now. She's not leaving the iHeart. She's just having her own show. She's gonna have her own show on the weekend, and she's not gonna do the Breakfast Club anymore. And everybody's going crazy on it, like the people who are her fans are saying, "Yeah, finally, get your thing," and the people who were like, "Oh, finally, she's leaving," whatever. And me, I'm like, guys, it is normal to evolve. Like, all of them are super famous now, and all of them have their careers. Charlemagne has his podcast with Andrew Schultz. He has his own show on Comedy Central. Envy has his car show and his podcast with his wife. And Angela Yee also has her podcast, Lip Service. So, in a moment, it's normal to evolve.
Are these podcasts? That's the question. Are they really that good? Because it looks for me,
I only know.
And I mean, I guess.
I only know the one from Charlemagne, because I know the Brilliant Idiots. This is very successful. He also has his own podcast network, Black Effect, and he has his own show. This guy is very successful. Envy, I don't really know his business. I know that his car business is successful. I don't know about his podcast. And Angela Yee's podcast, Lip Service, I don't know. I don't listen to it, so I cannot say if it's good, if it's working. I don't know if it's. But she just talked to her boss, and she said, "Listen, I'm ready to have my own show." And yeah, they said, "Oh, listen, we can invest in your own show. It's podcast. Let you know, podcast is the new thing right now. So, hey, you wanna? As long as you are making us money and we can sell advertising on a new show, we're good with that. We'll give you X amount per year. All good." So yeah, Wait, podcast. My wife is calling me while I'm recording. Sim, amor. Sim, estou a gravar. Yeah, sim. Sim. O que ela tem? Ok, já vou. Ok. Yeah, ok. Já. I have to go to the school. My daughter is sick. I have to go get her. I have to go fetch her. But yeah, we were done anyway. So yeah, it's this thing where you kind of it comes to the same thing to me. Like, can you let people move on? And it's not necessarily a beef or something wrong between people. It's just, sometimes you just ready to do your next thing, and people can get misaligned.
Or better yet, they could just be over.
Sometimes.
You did just, you outgrew the situation you're in. It's like, when you think about it, it's like, the point of the DJing was a very good point. Because we spoke about it in several shows before. But it's really all about, like, man, like, it's okay, It's okay. It's all good.
It's okay to move on.
It's okay.
Listen, I told somebody the other day, if I never do another show, I'm never get booked again, ever. I'm fine. I did the whole world. Like, my dreams have been fulfilled 1,000,000 times. As long as me not performing is not hurting my finances.
And the way you've been moving and shaking things is
Yeah.
built in such a way that is going to afford you that luxury of just not being
Exactly.
a victim of anything, because you're
That's also the difference.
focused on the core essence of your skill, which is making music at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Performance being a consequence of your skill. So, it's like, yeah, DJing is cool, man. It's consequential to what I'm doing in the studio. So let me just focus on that. And it helps, but if people and as a very good friend was telling me, said, it's a regime change. There's a massive regime change. It's very political. If you look at it from a political standpoint, it's a regime change. There's a new government in place. There's a new president. There's a new set of people in place.
Yeah.
And they're cutting some of us out of that conversation. They're keeping some of us in, but some of us, they're keeping us out. And we just have to be patient and keep working and do what we do, because the regime will change. And when it changes, we gotta be ready.
You go at the opposition, or you do something else.
I love this analogy, man, and I love this analogy that he had, because it changed completely my perspective of the whole business. Like some of the conversation we had, because he projected it in a political standpoint. I was like, because again, as artists, we look at it from and I have had a conversation, we can look at things from a business point of view, but we are still artists at the core. Right? So certain things we still perceive them, even though it's business, but now business and politics can be the same, but it's also very different. So the change of regime concept was very interesting. I said,
I'm lucky that I think my business sense have just been developing so much, because my artistical sense was just super developed already. So I just developed my business sense and political sense, and I can really see those things from those point of view for a long time. I could just see all these things. I see all the little changes, and I don't take them emotionally. I just take them. I just calculate. So some people are just good strategies calculators, and some others, they're just gonna be like, "Why is it happening to me?" And me, I'm like, I know exactly why things are happening. I just try to navigate. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna go get the daughter and see what's going on. Apparently she has fever, so I'm gonna get her at school to see if I have to take her. All right, man. This was probably episode 220. I don't even know. I think I'm at today is last Wednesday was episode 227. So tonight's going to be 228, Sunday 29. So this was episode 230. Thanks for watching, everybody. Boddhi, thanks for passing by. Hopefully I'm going to see for the daughter there's nothing. I think she's just feverish. Let's see.
So you're canceling the home visit now?
Maybe not. I'm gonna see. Depends how she is. Her mom is gonna come get with her. Alright, bro.
Peace,
big up. Bless. Speak to you soon. I'm calling you when I'm done. Ciao.